attention cause I'm told to. I can't make no mistakes, cause there is just no room. Guess I was made like crutches, strong enough to hold you, strong enough to carry, but I can't think for you. I can give no input, only what I put in. Tired when I can't be, tired of my foot in, but I care for you. I want better for you. I can only hope that you want better also, cause we in a cycle.
Hello. In this video today is going to be talking about all things credit repair, credit dates, the dates that you need to start paying on your bills, how to take care of your bills. This is going to be a very detailed video. I suggest you get your pens and papers ready because if you're looking for a way to keep up with your knowledge and get your credit and stuff together and how to keep on top of your finances, then you've came to the right place. Today video is going to be very detailed. I'm going to go through all the knickknacks of the payment system for this month when the credit bureaus will be reporting your credit and also telling you about how to calculate your credit due date versus your statement closing date. Okay, and we're gonna get all up into what those means. And also I'm gonna also teach you a rule called the 2010 rule when it comes to credit. Okay, I do have the link posted at the top. It's only for if you have questions or if you need me to explain something a little further or you have some kind of expertise knowledge that you want to share. Okay, today's video is very educational. I want to try to kind of stay on topic today because it's a lot of information and I don't want to keep everybody here too long or go into a boring rant. Before I get started, I'm just going to say hi to everybody in the chat that I see. Hi, Shay B. How are you? Hi, Naughty Love Movement. If y'all have not subscribed to Naughty Love Movements, I don't know what you're waiting on. Okay, go on over there and subscribe and become one of the Naughty crew. Okay, I am over there. I even have a membership. Yes, my girl is doing big things over there, and I see amazing things coming down the pipeline for her. Hi, Dustin. Dustin is over on the Juice Radio and Talk Show, another great channel for y'all to subscribe to. Okay, Dustin does 90 Day Fiance over there. So y'all go ahead and subscribe to that channel. The juice is amazing. Hey Tay Tay. Gardening and holistic fun. How are you today? Listen here. This is gonna be very detailed. And please, if I start talking real fast or whatever, I start going through the motions and somebody need me to slow down, put it in the chat. I'm gonna try to keep up with looking at the chat and seeing what's going on in the chat. But I plan on just getting through this. Okay, so we're gonna start off with oh, that's okay, Naughty. It's fine. If you can come up, you can come up. But I appreciate you and I love on you, you love on me. I love that sisterhood that we have, and it's amazing. That's why I want everybody to know to go on over there and subscribe to you because you be giving the tea all while you at work, okay? So I respect it, okay? Um, So the first thing we're gonna start off with is statement closing dates versus the payment dates. Okay. Hi, Shan. Man. Okay, so statement closing dates versus the payment dates. Now, I'm telling you this because there's a difference in it's like 21 days difference in your statement closing date versus your payment date. Okay. And so that's why I'm going into details before I even get into what is typically required. So we're gonna get into first the statement closing date. The statement closing date refers to the last day of your billing cycle. It's usually the date that occurs around the 20th to the 25th day of your that you owe a payment. On your statement closing date, you'll be able to prepare to pay your credit card bills because the issuer will calculate any monthly interest you charged and owed and also your minimum payment. Post your credit card statements on an online account if you do paperless or mail you a bill if you don't do paperless. Okay. And your payment due date. Your payment due date is the date the issuer expects to receive a payment in full if you don't want to pay any interest. On the statement closing date, you should receive your credit card statement that shows you the total balance, your minimum payment amount, and when your minimum payment amount is due. Your minimum payment amount refers to how much of your balance you need to pay to stay in good standings with the issuer. If the minimum payment is less than your balance, you'll pay the interest on the remaining balance unless you are in a promotional a APR period. Okay. Grace periods for major issuers. The period between your statement closing date and your payment due date is known as a grace period. Credit card companies give you a grace period so that you have time to pay your balance in full before any interest charges kick in. Now, note that the law does not require a grace period, but many credit card issuers choose to offer one. If they do legally, those issuers have to send their customers their credit card statement at least 20 days before the payment due date to avoid confusion. Confirm that your credit card issuer offers a grace period, and if so, how long it is. Okay, that is very important to know. You need to know if they offer you a grace period and how long that grace period is, because that's going to tell you if you're going to have to pay one of those big old interest payments for your bill not being paid on time. And that also reflects into how it works for your credit score going up and down. Okay. Okay. So, and I have some of these people down. So, if you have some of these people, I can kind of tell you what their grace period are. Okay. So, Capital One does have a grace period, and the grace period is a minimum of 25 days from the end of the billing cycle. Okay. American Express has a grace period, and that grace period is at least 25 days from the end of the billing cycle. Okay. Chase has one. It's a minimum of 21 days from the end of the billing cycle. Discover has one, a minimum of 25 days from the end of the billing cycle, or the 23rd day of the billing period that begins in February. Okay. Um, City has one. It may last up to, and you have to be careful with these up to, okay? City has one that may last up to 23 days from the end of the billing cycle. And the reason why I said look out for those, because they are not concrete set in stone that it's going to be 23 days. And that's the reason why they use the word up to. Okay. And Barclay has one a minimum of 20 to 23 days from the end of the billing cycle, depending on your card. Okay. So I tell you, that's when you need to check with your company and see what your grace period is and what it is to do. Okay. Now we're going to talk about when is the best time to pay. Okay. The best time to pay off your monthly credit card statement is before or on payment due date. Paying the credit card bill late not only leads you to pricey interest payments, but could also decrease your credit score. Paying your credit card bills before the payment due date helps you lower your credit utilization rate, which is good for your credit score. You'll also avoid late fees. Paying early can also save you money if you have a balance on your credit card or past billing cycle. The sooner you pay off the balance, the sooner you can stop paying interest. Now, note there is a day that every credit card company does report to the credit bureau, okay? And we only know that date the first of the month, okay? So I have the credit date for February. So everybody, the all these payment centers that you are making payments to that report to the credit card companies are going to be reporting on the 20th of this month, okay? So the best day to pay all of yours and to maximize your credit score, also increasing your your balance on your card, making you get a bigger credit limit, is the 17th of February. Okay, so write that date down. The 17th of February is the best day to pay off any credit card limits to get the best rate. Okay, so I don't care if that payment date says the 23rd, whatever. If you can pay it on the 17th, pay those minimum balances. You're gonna see a credit score increase of up to 22 points if it's made on the 17th, up to 22 points. It can be anywhere from 10 points to 22 points. I want y'all to all get, like I said, I'm here to help you get your credit right, get your health right, get your finances right. Because when we live better, when we feel better, when we're living, when our health is better, we exude that, okay? And we want to help somebody else do the same thing. So I'm giving you all these tidbits because I want you to do better. So every month I'm going to tell you the dates. Try to get it out as early as I can. I have known about it for a few days, but I have been going through a lot and I haven't been really, focusing on the channel. But I'm getting to it. I plan on doing so many different seminars to help y'all to get it together. Okay. If there's something that I don't talk about that you want to know more about, you can always email me. You can always leave it in the comment section. I try to read every comment and I try to respond to every comment. Okay. I'm not that type of person. If you reach out to me, I'm never going to ask you for any of your personal information. If there's something you need help with, all I need is a city and a state. That's it. And whatever the need is, I will get you the information. It's always completely confidential. I will never tell anybody your business. That's not how I roll. Um, I did want to get that part out to you. Okay. So hopefully I don't have any questions on this right now, right? Hey, Billy John. Okay, Shan, you have Chase Freedom Flex. Hold on, let me see. Chase has a minimum of a 21 day from the end of your billing cycle. Okay, Shan. So know that you have a 21-day grace period. But try to pay your minimum payment on the 17th if you can. Okay. Sis, you're gonna see a big increase in your credit score, and you may even come up with a even bigger credit limit coming out of that. So if you can, try to make it on the 17th. If you can't, don't worry about it. In March, I'll give you the dates. I'll text you and I'll give you the dates for March when I get them on. Usually around the second, third is when they come out. So I don't know. Well, when I get it, I'll send it to you, okay? So you can get ready for it. Um, Now, is there anything else y'all need on this before I move on to the next part? Because, like I said, when I went down this road, I didn't realize I was doing so much. But that's me. I'm always doing so much. I be trying to get all the information in. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and go into this 2010 rule, which is gonna be really good if you're trying to save money. So no, nobody. Okay, good. Okay, so what is the 2010 rule of thumb? Okay, the 2010 rule of thumb tells you to keep your debt below 20% of your annual take home pay and below 10% of your monthly take home pay. Okay. Now, listen to the words that I'm saying. Your take home pay. This is after they've taken out your taxes. This is after they've taken out your medical, your dental, all that stuff, your life insurance, your 401k. This is after that. This is the check that you actually receive. Okay. Your take home pay. Okay, I'm going to repeat that again. The 2010 rule of thumb tells you to keep your debts below 20% of your annual take home pay and below 10% of your monthly take home pay. The purpose of this guideline is to keep your debts at a manageable level and to build financial stability. And who don't want financial stability? Okay, we all want it. The 2010 rule of thumb is a budgeting technique that can be an effective way to keep your debts under control. It says your total debt shouldn't equal more than 20% of your annual income, and your monthly debt shouldn't be more than 10% of your monthly income. While the 2010 rule can be useful way to make conscious decisions about borrowing, it is not necessarily a useful approach to debt for everyone. Here's what you need to know about the 2010 rule. The 2010 rule works. The pros, the cons, and other ways to think about debt management. Okay. The 2010 rule uses your income as a guide to limit your debt. You can think of it as a system of how you can avoid building up so much debt that it becomes a burden, or as a goal to aim for if your debt is already too much. The rule of thumb applies to different types of debt obligations, including credit card payments and installment payments, toward personal loans, dental, veterinary payments, plans, payday loans, BMPL plans, auto loan plans, and student loans. The 2010 rule does not consider mortgage costs or other housing expenses. By setting a self imposed limit on the total debt to 20% of your yearly net pay and limit your monthly debt obligation to 10% of your monthly net pay, you may be more inclined to think twice before taking on more debt. Okay. And this is what you want to do. You want to maximize the income you have coming in while supplementing the income you have going out. Okay. So to use the 2010 rule, start by looking at your monthly take home pay. That's the pay after taxes are taken out. You should receive from your employer the dollar amount on your paycheck or the amount of your direct deposit. For example, 20% of $50,000 in income is $10,000. The 2010 rule, total debt should fall below $10,000. Dividing annual income into 12 months, you will see the take home pay is about $4,167 a month. Using the 2010 rule, you should keep your monthly debts obligation below 10% of that number. That equals to $417 a month. Okay, so this is all about it's all about giving you the resources that you need to get you financially stable, but also build your credit and not putting yourself in even more debt. Okay. So now we've went over how you look at your credit card statement, how it affects um your credit score, and also how it affects your interest payments on your credit cards. I just told you the best day to pay it and the amount of how your scores is going to look. Like I said, the 20th of February is the day that everybody is going to be reporting, and that means anybody that you have any debt with that reports to the credit bureau, that's when they're going to be reporting your auto loans, your housing notes, um, any credit card debts, all they gonna report on the 20th. Okay. So around the 22nd, the 23rd, you should go check your credit score out to see what it went to. Okay. I'm telling you, people don't want you to know this information is out there. Okay. It's out there. It's able for you to get it, and it's able for you to get your credit right. And I'm just gonna be a vessel to help you get yourself in a more financial place, to get you living better, to get you being better, to get you feeling better. Um, we're gonna do some medical talks over here. We're gonna get your health right, get your mental space right. I know a lot of people we go through our mental things and we don't want to, reach out to people and say, hey, we struggling, but we all need to be in service to somebody else. Each one teach one, each one can reach one. That's my goal over here, and that's how we live it over here. Okay, we all give each other love over here. Hey, Marcella. Marcella is in the building. Listen here, if y'all have not subscribed to Marcella's page, go over to Speak with Your Girl Marcella. Okay, she does Money Monday and Freaky Financial Friday. Okay, love, love, love it. Okay, and she also gets into the reality TV a little bit over there too. Um, Go over there and become a GM. Okay, you'll have your good time over there. Some great people over there. Um, get you some knowledge. Okay, what we don't want to do is put a lot of our the mess that we see on TV and not getting some knowledge in our head about how to keep our finances right. Because the way it's going, you're gonna need all this financial advice that everybody's giving y'all. You're gonna need it. Okay. Um. Again, anything else y'all need to know about this 2010 rule before I move on to the next one? Because I don't want to make this video very, very long. Okay, nothing. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay. Okay. In this one, we're gonna talk about understanding your credit card interest. Okay. And the reason why I want to make this like a section is because, and the reason why I keep telling y'all this is because now you can rewatch this and write this stuff down, but I need y'all to have pen and paper ready so you can write down this important stuff. So when you get into the point of you looking at your budget, because y'all should have set your budget now. And we've been talking about this budget since December. I told you it was coming up and how to set it up. In January, I gave out templates of different budgets that y'all could have, emailed to yourself and printed them out. If you do need me to send you a budget template, I will send it to you. You don't have to go out and buy your budget book. I will help you with that. All you have to do is tell me, your email address. I'll send you the template. You tell me which template you like. I'll send it to you. Okay. I did post it on my community page. Go back and tell me which one you want it. I'll send it to you. All you gotta do is give me an email address and I'll send it to you. You can go print it out and you got your budget. You know what I'm saying? Where you can budget your finances the way you see fit. I'm telling you, you gotta do this stuff because you gotta have a nest egg saved up. You gotta have a cushion because you don't know what life has in store for you, and you don't want to be one of those people that run into um, a medical issue, a car issue, a housing issue, and you don't have something in your savings to fall back on. That's all I'm trying to tell you. We need to save, save, save. And I know sometimes we're on limited income. If you need help with saving on a limited income, please reach out to me. I am here to help you. Again, like I said, you can email me, you can leave it in the comment section. However you see fit. You can even DM me. A lot of people have been DMing me on Instagram at the real in my opinion. Okay, on Instagram, the real in my opinion. You can DM me there. Okay, I try to check it every day. I do. Um, but let's get into this next section. Is understanding your credit card interest. Okay, the more you know, the less you may have to pay. Okay, credit card companies make money in two ways. One is in the fees they charge retailers, restaurants, and sellers of goods. When you use your credit card to buy something, the others is interest and fees they charge you. Here's how credit interest work and how you can pay less of it. Okay. So these are the key takeaways. Credit card companies charge interest unless you pay your balance in full each month. Okay. So if you don't pay yours each month in full by that credit due date, you are going to get charged an interest fee. Okay. The interest on most credit cards is variable and will be charged from time to time. Some cards have multiple interest rates, such as ones for purchases and others for cash advances. Your credit score can affect the interest rate you'll pay as well, which cards you may qualify to use. Okay. So now what is credit card interest? Interest is what a credit card company charges you for a privilege of borrowing money. It typically expresses as an annual percentage rate, which is an APR. Okay. Most credit card companies have a variable APR that will fluctuate with a particular benchmark, such as the prime rate. So, for example, if your prime rate is 4% of your credit card charges, your prime rate plus 12% of your APR will be 16%. Okay. And as of June of 2023, the average APR of credit cards tracked in the database was 23.74%, and that is really high. Um, most credit cards, you only have you are only charged interest if you don't pay your bill in full each month. In that case, your credit card company charges interest on your unpaid balance and adds that charge to your balance. So if you don't pay your balance in full the following month, you'll end up paying interest on top of interest on top of interest. This is how credit card balances can grow rapidly and sometimes get out of hand. To further complicate the matter, some credit cards charge multiple interest rates. For example, they may charge one rate for purchases, but another, usually higher, on cash advances. Okay? So you have to be careful when we get in these credit card companies and how we use them. Okay? I always tell you, if you want to get a credit card, if you're trying to build your credit and and you want to go fast, and get a credit card. Okay, buy something really small. Wait for the day of impact, which is this day of this month is the 17th. Pay it off on date of impact, because then you're gonna get the maximum score on your credit reporting agency, and you're gonna also get it with your credit card company. So all while you building your credit, you're also increasing your limit on your credit card. Okay. Sometimes you have to outsmart the system that has been built against you. Um, Not saying that you're not gonna need, the help, but don't buy something that you can't afford to pay back. Okay, because essentially what you're doing is you're borrowing this money, and they're gonna charge you higher interest rates, and the more you spend, the more that price goes up. Okay, so try to be smart when we spend, and that's the reason why you post been setting the budget to keep you on track of kind of what you can spend and what you can't spend. And then also that's why the 2010 rule applies. Don't spend out more than you can repay back in a month. Okay, so I do want y'all to keep that in mind, because credit card companies come find ways not only to get us, but they're charging the vendors that you're using to swipe your card. Okay, so all while you're paying these high interest rates, they're also getting money from these people, and that's the reason why you see some places say you can't swipe your card unless you spend a certain amount of money. That's because they have to pay every time you swipe in your card. Okay, their credit card company is telling them you got to pay them for you swiping their card. So keep in mind, oh, excuse me, keep in mind how you spend it. Okay, keep your budget intact. Keep all your information doing good. Okay, I just want y'all to live life and live it more abundantly. I hope that this information was important and helpful to you, to get you on the right path of saving your money, of living life more freely and financially. Do anybody have any questions before I end this? Yes, interest rates are high right now. And it's no sign of it getting smaller. Actually, I think they're gonna go up again. Um, so be careful when you're using those, credit cards. Keep track of. That's why I said know what your, card charges you for interest rates, And that's the reason why I also told you about that grace period. So know your credit card grace periods, if you have one, because some of them are shady and say up to. Okay, I need you to check and make sure. Like I said, if yours was listed on this service and I was able to see it, I told you what a grace period was. So any other questions? Okay, well, I hope y'all have enjoyed this live. I hope it was information in here that you can use. Tomorrow, we're gonna start on um getting some more health stuff in place. Okay, I want to talk about mental health as to the point I think mental health is something that's affecting a lot of people, and so I'm gonna have a lot of stuff I'm gonna be able to tell you. Um, hey Tay Tay, you had a question?
Hey, my opinion, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. All I say, you better not trust nobody with your crazy. You know how this world is. Huh, my opinion?
Yeah. Um. Well, this is more of making sure you know how to adequately know how to use your credit. Like this is not nobody else using your credit. This is you
Yeah.
who finance your own credit.
Yeah, in my opinion. Everything's like, everything is going so high this year, and now it's going high again, in my opinion. You there, in my opinion?
Yes, February the 17th is a Saturday, but you can still make that payment on Saturday as long as it posts. You can make it on the 16th too. If you don't have a place to to make the payment, because I make mine online, so mine will still post that saying that I paid it on the 17th. But like I said, I follow the days because we get sent those days. Like I said at the beginning of the month, I will show y'all tomorrow how to look up the days that they come out, so y'all can. I'll just make a quick video and show y'all how to look at the days. Um, but yes, the 17th is a Saturday, and but you can make the payment if I make all my payments online, so I don't get out a lot. So you can make yours on the 16th. If you make it on the 16th, try to make it later in the evening, so it'll be closer to the 17th for higher impact. Any other questions? I also want to know if y'all want me to talk about shopping on a budget, um, grocery shopping on a budget, because I do have one of those how you can shop on a budget, feed your family on a budget, meal planning and stuff like that. But I need to know if people would be interested in that. I don't want to do it if you ain't interested, but I do have some techniques for that too, for big families and small families. But I need to know if y'all are interested in it. Y'all can leave it in the comment section. Reach out to me if you need it. If that's something you'll be interested in, I would do it. But that's something I would need somebody to tell me they do need it, and then I could do that. I can show you how to save money and still not miss out on eating good food. You know what I'm saying? Save your money, but make it reasonable for you. So if that's all, I'm gonna end the video here. Like I said, I didn't want it to be too long because I want people to get the information and the resources. Okay, well, I hope all of you have an amazing, blessed evening. Y'all stay safe. Y'all live life and live it more abundantly. And I hope that you all will be blessed just like me. Bye.
Do not cheat, in my opinion, too.